Hey everybody, it's the Coach Philip Bailey Show. James Phillips here is the host, and I'm joined by Coach Bailey as always. And man, we've had 2 good weeks to talk about football, right?
We have. We sure have, man. That was quite an exciting football contest we had last Friday night.
So let's just go straight right into that and talk about Cullman. I wasn't at the game. It's the first game I hadn't been at in I don't know how long now.
Yeah.
And but I hear that it was back and forth. Jonathan Bentley described it like Cullman probably should have won the game if you look at their stats, but you guys just found a way to keep coming back.
Yeah, in games like that, man, it was a dogfight, and it was everything that it was billed to be. There was a lot of back and forth in it, certainly, and you have that, man, in those rivalry games. So I can't say enough about our defense and the effort that they put forth and the performance that they turned in. I thought they did a tremendous job. Defending that offense, and you look right down there at the end of the game, about 4 minutes left, and it's fourth and about that far right there. And if they get that first down, it would have been extremely difficult for us to win the football game at that point. But they didn't, so gave our offense one more chance with it.
Do you think your defense has been playing with a chip on their shoulder?
I think they absolutely have, man. I think Coach Butler, the rest of his staff, and all those guys, I think they're doing a tremendous job. Those guys have a lot of passion, man. They're flying around and playing it right. They're believing, man. They're believing, and I'm really proud of those guys, proud of the efforts that they've turned in, and excited to watch them play for the rest of the year, man. Super proud of those guys.
All right, now we can't talk about the game without talking about the last drive and the winning touchdown. Somebody said you had that play in your back pocket for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. That's a play that we've called before, so offensively, and I wouldn't say that we played our best for the whole football game, especially early on for about the first quarter and a half. I think we were pressing, and you get some of that in rivalry games. I think we were trying to do a little bit too much instead of letting the game come to us.
And y'all got a little stagnant in the third quarter too,
We
right?
did, yeah. Coming out of the locker room, we got a little stagnant in the third quarter as well. But this game makes you play it, man. You got to let the game come to you, man. And if you do it right, it's the most honest thing in the world. The game will find you. The game found Preston Reed on Friday night, So I don't think we were as poised and as composed as probably what we should have been in the first half of that game. But I will say this, the encouraging thing is that they got it back. They were able to stabilize it, and then they were able to get it back. So you look at right there at the end of the football game, after our defense had that tremendous stop, you got 92 yards of grass in front of you, and a pretty good Cullman defense now. I mean, let's give them some credit too. Now, it wasn't, Cullman's defense had something to do with some of our struggles offensively, especially early in the game. But one shot. We had one chance left with the football to go down and score and win the game, and our guys were able to do that. So I think really our team, our football team as a whole, I thought they showed a lot of character in the fourth quarter of that football game. Because you look at it now, at the start of the fourth quarter, we was down 16-7. We were down by 2 scores. So it would have been very easy at that point in the game to sit there and say, well, maybe it wasn't our night, or maybe it wasn't meant to be, or something like that. But our guys wouldn't accept that, and our guys didn't do that, and they kept swinging and kept swinging and kept swinging, and they found a way. So, no, it wasn't always pretty at times, but the last time I checked, 20 was more than 16. And Jasper beat Cullman, and really proud for our kids, man, proud of the effort that they turned in, and then just really proud of them being able to win that football game the way that they did.
How was the community that's showing up?
Community was outstanding, man. You could hear our people behind us. After that game, just all the emotion and the passion and the energy that was at our stadium at Cairo Gambrell Field. It was awesome, man. There was a lot of happy people in Jasper, Alabama Friday night. And I told our kids that, man. And that's because of our kids. That's because of what they did. So anytime Jasper beats Cullman, man, that's something we're proud of, not something we take lightly. So our community support, our student section, band, cheerleaders, everybody involved in that was Jasper's win.
Right. And what you said is the key. Anytime Jasper beats Cullman in anything.
That's right.
If it's volleyball, chess, checkers, hopscotch, whatever, Jasper wants to beat Cullman.
That's what rivalries are about. Man.
Yeah.
That's why we play those games. So.
Well, Coach, you go from an emotional high now to let's start region play, and let's start it with the best team in the region possibly.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt of that. Clay-Chalkville is ranked number 2 in the state right now in 6A. After watching them on film, I'm kind of surprised they're not ranked a little higher.
Right.
All those 4 and 5 stars that Bishop Sycamore claimed they had, Clay-Chalkville has those guys.
Right.
They have all those guys. So, yeah, man, they're a really fine football team. To be quite frank with you, they're probably one of the better high school football teams that I've ever seen on film. Clay-Chalkville is a strong program year in, year out. This is one of the better teams they have, even by their standards.
Right.
You're going back to when that 2-year stretch where they went 29-1 and won a state championship with what was his name? Pigron, the quarterback, that bunch that they had.
Right.
I think this bunch is right there with them. Quarterback's a big-time player. He's committed to Louisville. Got a wide receiver that's a big-time player. And they got several others, man. Fast, all over the field. I mean, team speed is unbelievable. Big physical up front. I mean, they are a fine opponent. There ain't no doubt about it. So it's going to take our very best effort, and we know that, to go in there and hang in there with them. But that's what we expect to do, man. I mean, we're going to go out there and fight our tails off and see what we can do. We're certainly not going over there to lay down or anything like that. We understand what kind of football team they got, but we're going over there to put forth our very best effort and to fight our tails off. And that's what I've told my guys for a long time now. There's 48 minutes in a regulation high school football game, and we're going to play every one of them. And you saw us do that last Friday against Cullman. We're going to do that every time that we step out there, because at the end of the day, it's not about who we play. It's about who we are.
Right.
Whoever's on the other sideline, it's about who we are, right? Being the best versions of ourselves and playing the very best that we can play. So that's what we're in the pursuit of this Friday night and every Friday night.
Right. Well, and this Friday, you talked about team speed. That's what was such a big thing for me last year when I watched that team. They had more team speed last year than anybody that I'd ever seen.
Than anybody.
And now they're even better.
Yeah.
And that's wild. I can't imagine
fast at everywhere. The speed of that game, it's going to happen really fast for some of our guys. But they got to settle in, and they got to get used to the speed at which things are happening, and we got to go play football. Because at the end of the day, they're very good, right? We've said that. Everybody gets that.
Right.
At the end of the day, they're high school kids just like ours are. Put their pants on the same way ours do, and we got to go out and we got to play football.
Right. Now, this is your first road trip, so what does that do?
It is. Yeah, this is our first road trip, so we got to pack up and go on the road. We've been fortunate first 2 weeks. We've had the friendly confines of Cairo Gambrell Field, and we've had our fans out there with us. So everything's already set up, as far as for pregame meal and buses and our guys going on the road and all that kind of stuff. So need a big crowd, need our people to travel with us, come out and support us. That'll help our guys, hearing our people there with them. So
right.
We'll try to take as much of Jasper with us as we can going down there. But you got to learn how to play on the road.
Well, and you talked about you guys have a lot of young guys. Some of this year is their first taste of football. So
it is.
This is their first taste of getting
a
on
road
a
trip.
bus.
Yeah. First taste of being in the visitors' locker room and having the environment be kind of unfamiliar, and the first taste of having to deal with the opposition's fans. Not just hearing yours the whole time. So
right.
Yeah, that'll certainly be an experience for some of our guys. Something they're gonna have to get used to.
And so you mentioned a big thing is to get some folks traveling over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. As many Jasper people as can. The link on GoFan is on our website, same as it always is. All that information you can find online on the school's website, on all the football social media. So, yeah, as many people as we can get from Jasper coming with us, that's what we want to have.
I've been there several times. It's easy to get there, and
it's less than an hour.
Right.
So
it's a nice stadium, too.
It is. Yeah, they got a very nice yard, very nice school, very nice facility, and it's less than an hour, over there to Clay. So.
Well, Coach, anything else you want to share this week?
Really proud for our kids, man. That was a big win over Cullman. It was. Really proud for them, the effort they turned in, and what they were able to accomplish in that game. So getting ready for the next one, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everything you do. Go Vikes!
Go Vikes! We'll see you next week.